I'd like to talk about the whole disregard of any and all my reports and claims and issues that have to do with everything that I've been experiencing here in the city of Montebello, as far as illegal entry, um, child safety, and primarily that is the main reason, the safety of the children. But not only that, the safety of our homes. Um, it's obvious that even looking at the video, that there ain't nothing happening visually, audioly. In the audio, you could definitely hear things that are questionable and are probably not supposed to be, um, you know, heard in a home that's, supposedly supposed to be, only occupied by our pet dog. Um, there are people that live upstairs, and I understand this mic is pretty sensitive. Um, but, I wouldn't be complaining about it if it wasn't happening. And not only that, there are other issues that haven't been addressed by any agency, any law enforcement agency, any government agency, the FBI, the Department of Justice, um, Montebello Police Department, and most definitely, um, they're the reason why I am investigating the city of Montebello, because their absence here during the nights and since 2016, um, you know, um, is just questionable. Everything that I've experienced and seen here in my parking lot and with the neighbors and the heckling and it's it's definitely a concern to me and the safety of my own child and my family. Um, but I don't even get responses back from the FBI. I haven't gotten no responses back from any kind of law enforcement except Montebello, and their response is to come here and second guess me on my accusations or issues of importance that I have to address to them. And every time I've my experiences with Montebello Police Department, um, they've always been negative. I've always, even when I do call them, I'm always the person of interest, the person that has to end up being the one that's in the wrong. I've been arrested for calling the Montebello Police. I've been put into I've been put into the interest of the Montebello Mental Evaluation Task Force for being concerned about issues that I've seen happening in my daughter's school when she was present, when she used to be at the Montebello, near Montebello Park. Um, I had witnessed some unusual activity there that made me interested and made me aware of things not going right there. But in doing that, um, when you have issues with the other parent, you can only imagine what what may have happened that put me in the interest of the Montebello mental evaluation team. But every time that the Montebello Police Department has came and has spoken with me, they always want to pull my mother to the side, and I can't help but believe that every time they do pull her to the side, they intimidate her or maybe even threaten her, which I'm sure is the case. Considering that this city has no concern for whatever I have to say, even if it's in regards to child safety or the safety and the life of anybody or any citizen here. Like in my surveillance videos, I mean, there's a lot of things you could hear that are questionable. I mean, for the ability of clairaudience, a lot of people possess that because it's an ability that's given to people, basically, especially now, here in this time after 2012, to know what's going on around you. And, to protect yourself and your family. And anyone that, has it and wants to deny they have it should have never claimed that they do have it after the fact. So if they say they don't have it, they don't have it. So when they come up with information, they should have a really good source for that information besides claiming that they heard it. Because me, I have nothing to hide. I've had my psychic abilities for 20 years already, and all my achievements with investigations can be read and seen and heard on my blog. As far as information, my photography, and identifying the spirits that show up in my photography. I mean, you could see for yourself. I mean, 20 years of studying metaphysics, spiritual or religious science. I mean, I have knowledge in the field, and I am an investigator. Which some police departments don't want to honor. I understand that, but if I'm showing you evidence of possibilities, or even making a claim, I'm giving you some kind of lead that can save a life of a child or anybody, it should be taken heavily, not lightly. And that's I guess what I'm saying. I don't know what they're waiting for. I don't know if they're waiting for me to come out with something like this, where they could hear me talking. To maybe they're not certain if I could even speak English or not. I mean, or if they think I'm an immigrant that ain't worth listening to because no one's going to hear me out or anything. But if that's what they're expecting, they're wrong. And I ain't going to stop speaking up, and I ain't going to stop reporting. And it ain't until it hits home for somebody that it becomes important. And you could pick from that and take what's valuable. And thank you for listening.